AWSL leaders. You made it to part 3. Congratulations. I'm really happy and glad that you guys have still invested this time with me. I promise you, that's going to be invested right back into you. Everything we've learned so far, we're going to incorporate into our last section, part 3, building your strongest asset. And guess what? You guessed it, that's you. Let's get to it, y'all. Welcome, all my leaders, to part 3, building your strongest asset. I want to thank you again for taking the time to invest into this presentation, and I hope it's been beneficial to you so far. Keep those 2 questions I presented to you in the earlier sections as we finish off our blueprint. Now, as you see this picture of this house against the ocean right here, imagine this was your house. Pretty cool, right? I think one day I'm going to live in one of these. Now, instead of having to pay a monthly bill every single month to this house, putting your money into this house, imagine if this house paid you instead every single month. That'd be pretty cool, right? This is the basic idea of what an asset looks like. But what we're going to do is flip it and put the definition on ourselves. So, first, assets are usually described in an economic or a business sense. They define assets as any resource owned by a business, person, or an economic entity. It is anything that can be owned or controlled to produce value that is held by an economic entity and that could provide positive economic value. Now, putting this in analogy of, let's say, nature. You have this seed, you plant the seed, you water the seed grows into a plant. You continue to nurture this plant. Years and years go by, time goes by, this plant has now grown into a tree. And now this tree has grown to bear fruit. And now this fruit you can take from and eat. And the tree will always continue to bear fruit every season. Now, why can't we think of ourselves as this? We can think of a house, real estate as this, the stock market investments as this, but why not our own selves, our own physical body, our own mental mind, our own soul, our spirit? That's what we're going to do today. We define ourselves as an asset when we own and control ourselves to produce positive value to ourselves. I invest what I have back into me. That way I grow and bear the fruits of my labor. So we're going to go through 3 keys to unlocking your asset. We're going to practice these skills by implementing them into your daily routine to improve your performance in all areas. Number 1, we're going to talk about concentration and why we don't understand what it really means to concentrate. Next, we're going to talk about willpower, the power of your will to do what needs to be done. Lastly, energy investment, how our energy is going to be invested back into us and why it currently isn't right now. Now, concentration, right? Growing up, and even probably now, a lot of people have told you, hey, you need to stay focused on this. Hey, you need to focus on your homework. Hey, you need to focus on your project. Hey, you need to focus on reading. They always tell you you need to focus. I want you to ask them, next time they tell you that, ask them, how do I focus? And see what they say. They always tell you you need to do something, but never teach you how to do it. Anything you practice on a regular basis consistently over time Eventually, you will master that skill. Now, in today's society, we have been taught how to be distracted with television, internet, social media, and many, many other distractions we already went over for more than 6 to 8 hours every day, sometimes even more. So we really have become masters of distraction since we practice it so much, but yet we don't even see it. Now, if we practice distraction for 8 hours and practice focus for only 1 hour, which one is going to grow? You're right, distractions are. We have to flip the script now. So, how do we practice concentration? How do we practice being focused? One thing, we give our full, undivided attention to one thing at a time. Your full awareness is your full energy. Where your awareness goes, your energy will flow. Now, I'll give you an example. Say you have a conversation with someone, your friend, parent, maybe even teacher. When they speak to you, you give them your full undivided attention. Your awareness, your listening are all focused on what this person is telling you. This is practicing your concentration. We do this on a subconscious level with things that we enjoy, like social media, TV, and the internet. We give these things our full attention all the time, yet they're not focused on us. They're not feeding us. They're actually distractions because they don't even matter. So, with concentration, always start with being aware of where your awareness goes. Let me say that one more time. I need you to be aware, be mindful of where in the world your awareness goes on a daily basis. Another way I like to practice as well is through reading. When I pick up to read a book, I give my full undivided attention on what I'm reading at that time. Now, let's get into the willpower. The power to do something or restrain from impulses. This also stems off of self-discipline, as we spoke about earlier. When starting something, any task or skill, follow through and finish the entire process, start to finish. This is how we practice our willpower. When we develop our willpower and our strength, then we have the power to do the things that are necessary for us to grow. So again, we also want to start these with simple tasks throughout our day. Cleaning your room. You start, finish the process. You're cooking dinner. You make the food, you eat the food, and then you clean up the kitchen after you've eaten. The entire process is complete. When you take a shower, you go into the bathroom, you wash up, you turn the water off, you hop out of the shower. You never mess up that order. It's always done in a process, start to finish. And you have the willpower to do it. Now, lastly, energy investment. Energy is finite. And what I mean by that is, imagine, say a lot of you guys play video games, maybe. I used to play video games too. But you know those little green health bars you have when you have a character? It's at 100%, right? And then when you take damage throughout the game, your health bar starts to go down until you replenish it. The same thing applies with us. At the start of each day, we have a certain amount of energy. Throughout the day, we continue to give our energy to school, to work, to friends, to family, anything we have that takes our energy away from us if it hasn't been invested back into us. And by the end of the day, our full health bar, green bar, is all the way down to the red. We're tired, we're ready to go to sleep, knock out, done for the night. We get our rest, and the next morning, maybe we get back up to 100, maybe we get back up to 85. Some days we get back only to 65. And then we have to run an entire day with less energy than we started with before. So, with this in mind, every day, make sure that you invest, meaning spend your energy on things that are going to serve you back and invest back to you. Water your flowers, starve your weeds. We want to feed the focus and starve the distractions. Now, got a quick video for you guys showing you a little demo of my morning routine. Let's take a look. Now, if you want to check out the video, you can head over to our Instagram, allathlete_, or click the link right here. Let's break down the routine. So in those 8 things I did in this morning, I practiced concentration, willpower, and energy investment with 8 simple things before I even started my day. The first thing I did, get up. Every single day you wake up is a victory, because there is a day that you're not going to wake up. And there are people out there that don't have that luxury to wake up again. So take that victory, stand up and get up. That practices willpower and energy investment back into you. Next up, I brushed my teeth and washed my face, did my personal care. Those were things to invest back in myself, how I see myself and how I take care of myself, putting my energy back into myself. And also practices concentration, because I focused on one thing at a time. I only brushed my teeth. I wasn't on my phone brushing my teeth. I wasn't talking to anybody. I wasn't thinking about what I got to do for the day. I was just brushing my teeth. Next up, I cleaned my room and made my bed. Every single morning, clean your room and make your bed. Guarantee you do these 2 things, your life is going to improve dramatically. These are all 3 skills in one. Concentration, I focused on one thing, cleaning my room. Willpower, I started the process and finished the process of sleeping by making my bed at the very end of my sleep and cleaning my room from start to finish. Lastly, energy investment back into me. This is my room. It's not anybody else's room. Is it anybody else's responsibility to clean my room? Nope, it's only mine. 1 minute of gratitude. Again, energy investment back into self. Deep breathing. I'm focused on one skill at a time. Concentration. And the willpower. Anytime I start to feel distracted, like, let me go think about this. Nope, I bring my awareness back on my breathing. Breakfast, start to finish. I make it, I eat it, and then I wash my dish, start to finish. Again, we're practicing that willpower and also energy investment. I ate something healthy that's going to feed me, the real me. And then I got my morning workout in real quick. Again, another energy investment back in myself. When I train my physical, my mental is also being trained as well. And I have a sense of fulfillment when I complete a task. So far in the day, I've already completed 8 tasks for the day. I'm ready for a great day to start off when I can check mark 8 boxes. I like to make my morning routine into a checklist. Write it on my wall, piece of paper. Each thing that I do, I check it off. Your morning routine Should be something that works for you. Not saying that this is the one that you should do, but you need to make one that you do on a daily basis consistently. Now, with assets come liabilities, right? With positives come negatives. Now, a liability in an economic or business definition, a person or thing whose presence or behavior is likely to cause harm, damage, or put one at a disadvantage. Sound a little bit familiar, right? I want you to think back in the earlier section when we talked about changing our association, eliminating our distractions. These are all our liabilities that we have to be aware of and control of and not let ruin our greatest asset. So with that, I'm going to leave you a few things to avoid. Number one, avoid junk food at all costs. Anything that is not real food is not made for you. That's not going to help you at all, I guarantee you. But there's a reason that they continue to give it to you. And it's up to you to learn why. Next, avoid going on your phone as the very first thing you do in the morning. As you notice, even though I was filming just a quick video, every time I do this morning routine, I never touch my phone until that routine is complete. The reason for this and why it's important is because anytime we go on our phone, the very first thing, throughout the entire rest of the day, we're going to always go back to that phone because that's what we started with. How you start everything is how you finish everything. How you start the day is how you finish the day. Start the week, finish the week. How you start one single skill or task is how you're going to finish it as well. If you start with it focused, you're going to finish with it focused. If you start with it distracted, you're going to finish distracted. And with that, our last thing is we're going to avoid our distractions. If it is not helping you achieve your goals, then by definition, it is hurting you. Don't let your distractions hurt you. They're only there to take you off your path. Feed your focus, starve your distractions. Lastly, our actions to do. I'm going to leave you guys with these. Number one is practice that positive self-talk. In your morning routine, incorporate some positive thoughts and words back to yourself. Invest back into you. How do you want to feel about yourself? Because that's going to project out to the world. This is me, and this is how I feel about me. Anything that comes in your presence is going to reflect that. Practice that every day. You are your own best friend and your worst enemy. You're the one that can practice that positive self-talk to you, and also the one that creates the self-negative talk and the self-negative tasks and the negative habits. So be mindful of this and feed the one who's going to help you get to where you want to go. Only talk to yourself in an uplifting, positive way for positive results. Again, we're practicing that positive self-talk. We want to feed back into ourselves in a positive way. Choose people who inspire you or motivate you. If people in your circle are doing things that don't really, feel right to you, then that's a sign that maybe these people shouldn't be in your life. Doesn't mean forever, but at least right now. You need to start right now. Analyze who's in your circle, who's on your team, who needs to get put back, who needs to be put on the bench, and who needs to be cut, who needs to be added to the team. This is one of the skills I learned a lot this year. I'm now 25 years old. In high school, I had probably more than 10 friends. And to this day, 7 years later, there's only one friend outside of my family that I would talk to on a daily basis. And I didn't even meet him in high school. No one I met in high school I talked to on a daily basis, not even a weekly, probably once a month. And the other person that I do talk to on a regular basis, I met in my last year of college, which was only 3 years ago. And now this person lives all the way across the world in Dubai, yet he still calls me because I chose people who inspire me and motivate me as well as him. Now, last couple things. It is not your job to make other people feel comfortable at your expense. Going back to choosing people who inspire you, this is very important. Just because this person likes having you around or likes the things that you can do for them does not mean that they are the right person to have in your life. It is not a crime to protect your energy. It's yours. You were given it. They didn't give it to you. So it's not a crime for you to protect it. Last but not least, y'all, everybody choose you. We got enough people that want to be the same person as those people we see online. We're still looking for those people out there that haven't been discovered yet. They haven't unlocked who they really are inside, and we need them. So I encourage you all to choose you. Choose you. With that being said, y'all, I want you to start today. Take out a piece of paper, find a whiteboard, notebook, write your plan, start your blueprint. Where do you need to start? Use these tools that I shared with you as a template, as a guide, as a way to help you get started. But at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to create the blueprint and you're the one that's going to act on it. No one can perform the actions you need to do with your life for you. The only person that can do that is you. Thank you again, everybody, for investing your time with me in this presentation. I had a blast. If you guys want to connect with me, learn a little bit more about what we do at All Athlete, feel free to reach out at our website, allathlete.net. You can email me at info@allathlete.net. Connect with me on Instagram, allathlete_, Facebook, Snapchat as well. All the links will be on the slides. And again, I thank you so much. Appreciate you for watching. Thank you to the AWSL for this amazing opportunity to connect with all of you. And I hope to see some winners out there choosing themselves. All right, y'all have a good one.